is that fire. I be that guy. My click won't stop. I'm a beast, roll, die. This is that fire. I be that guy. My click won't stop. I'm a beast, roll, die. Had this on lock since day one. All I care about is family and my day ones. Money, power, and respect be embedded in me. I don't care what you say, no one is better than me. Melanin be in my skin, so the page watch. Middle finger to the ops and keep the semi-cocked. I'm the product of Wu-Pun, Big Pac. We don't gotta be cool, go kick rocks. Only ease the mind when I meditate. Pessimist at first, now I float with faith. I just know I'm special like a 38. Either I'll end over a hill or see the pearly gates. You won't see me smile till there's gold in it. I'm just being real, don't stick your nose in it. You ain't trying to listen to this rose in it. You ain't trying to listen to this rose in it. Bottle of that juice, man, the Henny sweet. Bring the pump to your kid and say trick or treat. Test me, I'ma put you in forever sleep. I'm your antidote and I'm puffing on the remedy. Find me in the cut, test the melodies. Cause I don't like what they be selling me. I'm wishing good luck to my enemies. Y'all gon' be stuck with the jealousy. Telling myself rest in peace. This is that fire. I be that guy. My click won't stop. I'm a beast, roll, die. This is that fire. I be that guy. My click won't stop. I'm a beast, roll, die.
Song still just like, oh my gosh, man. Shout out to Antidote, man. Song still makes me jump, holler, fire. What's good? What's good? How is everyone doing? It's been a minute. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh, man. It's been a minute. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a great day. If you are in the, I guess you would say, northern east, stay inside, stay underneath the AC, the fan, whatever it is you got, because Lord have mercy, it is not fucking playing out there.
Caliente.
At all, man. All right, y'all, welcome to the Giants versus Jets. This is me and G's podcast where we put our two teams together at one, something no one else is doing. So if anyone else copies, you know we did it first. I am Truth. Across from me is G. He is the Giants fan, and we always start out with the Giants first. Before we get all that, how was your week, man? What you been up to?
Well, shoot, the last couple of weeks has been adventurous, to say the least.
Okay.
Because, you know, as everybody knows, or that knows me, you know, I coach football. This is my 11th year with the junior college program. And it's a tough balance, man, because I'm also a firefighter, and I got my kids and, you know, my you know, other jobs that I do. I just wear a lot of hats, man. So it's just all about balancing everything out and trying to you know, make it work.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can do at the end of the day. Just make it work. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy, but I will say that I have a pretty decent squad. I mean, I say decent now because, you know, we're still kind of putting the pieces together. I got a lot of characters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of guys, oh, I'm better than you, and you're not so good. I mean, I told Truth this off the air. You know, my challenge to my kids is, look, challenge your teammate to get on your level. You know what I mean? So that way everything can kind of, you know, gel. You know what I mean? And we can try to do something special. We'll see.
Okay.
You know
So how many teams you have? Like A, B, C, or just A and B?
Well, I coach the 10U.
So that's the C team?
Yes, C team.
Okay.
And then the B team will be the middleweight, and A team is gonna be heavyweight.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, the teenagers, you know, they're the cream of the crop over there. So
Yeah, that's usually how that goes.
But yeah, come check us out, man. Oh, well, let me say this real quick.
Sure.
We still have registrations for kids or parents are interested in signing up the child. So just come down to Fashini Park. It's right off of River Street in Hackensack, New Jersey. You know, we're practicing like directly across from Boulder City, and where the Ice House is.
Oh, really? I got passed through there one time. Okay,
Yeah.
I've always wondered like where in the world, because you know I'm not a Jersey dude, so it was just like, where is that at? It sounds familiar, but like I pass it like because Thursdays is my bowling night,
Right.
and I always pass through there. So now that I know,
Oh, we out there.
where it's at, I'll try to pop through one time and see you guys or whatever.
Oh, we out there. We out there. So yeah, just parents, man, let's get your kids out there. Season is it's approaching. Our first game is September the 11th against North Bergen.
What's that? Saturday, Sunday? When the games are again? Sundays?
Saturdays, and some teams play on Sunday, which I never understood why.
Well, you're the C team, so you played the day before. What's good, Rel? My son watching.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely come check us out, man.
So you play Saturdays?
No, we all play Saturday.
Oh, y'all play Saturdays?
We all play Saturday.
Okay. Oh, what field? You play at the same field?
Our home games are at the Hackensack High School.
Nice.
When we're away, we're wherever.
Wherever the teams are.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, y'all play the Mustangs?
Clifton?
Nah, Patterson.
Oh, Patterson? We used to.
Oh, you don't play anymore?
Nah, because we're in a different league now.
Okay.
They keep
Because
that
I
almost
used to
every
coach
year,
the Mustangs. That's why I was asking. Oh, man, that's good. That's good. Y'all come on out, especially, kids finally get the opportunity to get out the house.
Big time.
Do it. Be safe. And don't travel to Florida. That's all I'm saying. All right. Some scary shit out there in Florida, man. Oh, my gosh.
Ain't lying.
All right, well, I've been good, staying busy. It's been good. I'm in severe pain today, so
Okay.
today's workout made me want to lift a building. Brutal. And it was like 100 degrees outside. We had to run today and incorporate a whole bunch of other different shit.
Right.
Shout out to my CrossFit gym, man. It's the truth, man. Oh my gosh, it's the truth. You gotta come through, man.
I'm still getting my wind up.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Give me another couple. Nah,
Trying to
because
hear that? Jeff came through.
I know,
Showed, you know what I mean?
and he almost died. I saw the little clip where he was just like, "Damn, what did I get myself into?"
Nah, you go at your own. You gotta go at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son got ripped, yo.
Yeah, I
Holy
bet.
shit, that little motherfucker ripped and shit. Like, what the fuck you think you are now? That all cut up and defined and shit.
That's good.
Nah, but you come out, you move at your own pace, your speed. You know, it's not like you see the those are professionals that's still living. You know what I mean?
Right.
They gotta eat, sleep, and shit CrossFit. You know, it's different from an actual, gym or whatever. Well, the right gym that lets you do it. But when you're ready, man, come on through, man.
I got you.
Come on through. All right, y'all, we're here. Let's do this. Let's get this started. We'll go over that, and because the Jets and Giants play on Saturday, I will be at the game. So I'm gonna let this man talk as much as he wants. I don't think he's gonna want to show up on Wednesday for the show, but we'll see after they get smacked on Saturday.
I ain't saying that. Look, helmets and shoulder pads do the talking for me.
Facts. All right, what's going over there in Giant Land, sir?
Well, I'm gonna start off with the 3 linemen that all of a sudden decided they wanted to retire. I don't know any specifics of why they retired. Everybody has their own reasoning.
Oh, I'll give you my opinion. Shit.
Everybody has their own reasoning, and it's it's for the fans to actually put their own spin on it because they're gonna do it anyway.
Right.
So I can't say that I don't respect it because everybody is entitled to what they feel. You got this whole new wave of this virus back. It's back here, or I don't even think it ever left, but it's a new variant that's here, and
The Delta.
It's people that's a little nervous about that, and the family and all that. So
Right.
I get that aspect of it, but what I will say, and also there's some vets out there that just don't like the preseason. They don't like the training. They don't like to be in the heat. So some of them maybe I'm not gonna do it this year. I mean,
I look at it as being spoiled. Like I
okay,
remember,
yeah, that too.
I remember like, cause I'm older, so I remember like training camp, like when you were hitting 5 days a week.
Right.
Not like when you hit once
sessions.
a month and shit now, and they wonder why they're getting so much more injuries now than they did back in the days.
Right.
So it's totally different. A lot of prima donnas, but we will say this because it kind of was prompted because of the fight that happened.
There was a big fight last week.
It's a big fight with the Giants and the starting quarterback, which you never want to fucking see.
Bottom of the pile.
Was on the bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
So.
And it all started with Logan Ryan and Evan Ingram. It was a hit.
Well, yeah, he gave him a nice little love tap.
Yeah.
And obviously didn't take offense to it. And this is where, what I like that the NFL teams are doing now is doing joint practices.
Right.
Give your players an opportunity to hit somebody else other than the same team, and that to me would bring down the fights and the angry, because when you're practicing against your team, you really can't really battle or
right.
Put your true moves on, because you're not trying to injure your fellow player.
And the Giants got two of them this year. They got the Cleveland Browns and they got the Patriots.
Yeah. For week 2, and we know you're not practicing with the Jets. We don't like each other. So you got like week 2.
You tried that before and it didn't work.
Nah, week 2 and week 3, which it is a smart thing to do. Like I say, it gives the guys an opportunity to see some different things to prepare. And especially now, what the NFL did was kind of smart. They took away the 4th preseason game and just added the 17th week game, which kind of I always thought was a good and bad thing. Good because, you get to the games as fast as possible,
right.
But bad for those players who are fighting for a roster spot. And now you already knew the first week game, the starters were going to do 1 to 2 series.
Right.
That was it.
Yep.
Second game, you'll get a quarter, maybe a couple of series. Third game, they went into the second half. Fourth game, they didn't touch the field. Now there's 3. It's like, okay, now the second game is the real game.
Much.
So how are you going to work that? So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So we got 3 players. What are the players' names that decided to walk away?
One he used to play for the Cowboys, Looney. There's another one from the Texans, Zach Fulton.
Okay.
And the third one was actually a couple of days ago. I don't see his name up here.
Do you think the coach has anything to do with it? I'm hearing a lot of...
Well, see, Coach Judge, he's very old school. He has
comes from the Belichick tree.
He's old. He has an old school mentality, and he basically... All right, so basically with his practices, it kind of takes you back to Little League. It's kind of what I do now with the kids I coach.
Right.
They, if they fumble the ball, okay, that's 10 push-ups. If the offensive line jumps off sides, it's either push-up or laps.
Yeah.
It's discipline.
Absolutely.
For them to not do it again. So that's pretty much what Judge is doing with grown men, and a lot of the players they bought into it, and not only is the players that do laps, it's the coaches that do laps. The coaches messes up, guess what? Gotta do a lap. So that's that old school mentality that he actually brought back to the Giants, and like you said, you got spoiled brats. Some of them aren't used to that. They come from programs that they're not doing that over in Dallas, or they're doing that in Texas, or whatever the case may be. So, I'm not saying that's the reason why they retired, but it's a possibility.
I'm glad you're saying that, because I really want to know from a perspective, because again, we're looking at old school, back in the days coaching style compared to nowadays coaching style.
It's soft.
It's a lot soft. lot softer. Also, again, it didn't work with Fossil. It didn't work with Kaufman with that strict mentality. It wasn't until he eventually eased up to where he started really gaining the respect for the team. And, you know, that's why you have a lot of people, not to get off the Giants for a second, a lot of people are kind of worried about what's going to happen with Jacksonville, where you have a college coach who's only done one thing his entire life, and now he's trying to bring that same thing to the pros, and it hasn't worked for college coaches yet.
All you got to do is look at Steve Spurrier.
Quick. He went back quick. So, but I think if you can mesh your style and kind of smooth it into this day and age, I think one of the greatest coaches is Harbaugh, who took a quarterback and meshed his entire offense around that quarterback.
Right.
Instead of a lot of these other coaches do is make that quarterback fit their system.
True. Yeah. And I will also say Mike Tomlin. He's a no-nonsense type of guy.
He is, but that franchise has been that way from day one.
True,
like, you know, like you're talking about an organization that's probably had 5 coaches in 60 years. You know, it's not like
they're 10 years.
The 10 years is crazy. So
years, yeah.
You have an organization that is good from top to bottom. They know how to pick. They know how to coaches know how to draft, and they only draft those players that could come in there and really do something with that type of structure. So they're not bringing pieces that's going to, you know, chaos and all this other nonsense that's going on.
Right.
So that organization, I think, is an upper echelon. Now, I'm not saying they bring in the championship rings that the Patriots have brought in, but as far as a well-run organization, I think there's nothing out there better. You know, because, we forget about the Patriots had the problem with, you know, them trying to trade Brady or get rid of Brady and make Garoppolo the quarterback, the starting quarterback, and then the owner blocking that, and now they're going through, a real bad 3 to 4 years because of that situation.
And I think that still really stings Belichick very bad.
Yeah.
He wanted Garoppolo to be the next hair.
Well, it comes eventually where you have to move on.
Yeah.
But I will also say this. Belichick can't draft.
No, he can't.
He can't draft under any circumstances.
And I know we're getting off, but you could tell that when Brady left, that was their whole team. Brady was their whole team.
Well, I think Brady showed how, and I despise the man because I'm a Jet fan. He showed how good he actually is to take that team at that age and do what he did with the up and down, and then once he hit that, it got clicking. It was pretty much over for everybody.
Right.
With that defense, and then having him not have to do so much on offense, and having all those weapons on offense. It just goes to show. Now, it proved, especially this offseason, where the Patriots pretty much put out $1 gazillion on free agency, something they've never done before.
They'll never do that.
Never done that shit before. All right, but get back to your team because I'm going to rip your team apart.
Good news coming this week is Saquon was back practicing. Doing more individuals than anything, but it's good to see him back on the field with the rest of the squad. They're not saying that. Well, they're not giving no information of any kind of when his return is going to be, like, fully, for the first game, or even if he's going to get any preseason snaps, which I strongly doubt. I don't think that he'll see a touch in preseason, but just glad to see him back out there. O'Shane Ximenez, he actually came back, and he's doing the same thing with the side training and all that, and he's doing I think he was in a bit with the 7-on-7s the last couple of days, so that's good. We got Shane Lemieux. He's back in the fold from a little injury that he had.
Right.
So we're getting guys back, and it just hopefully everything kind of gels at the right time early for us. And then I guess we'll see moving forward what type of Giants team that we have. Now I did say that we can win the division, and I really feel that we can. I know it's an uphill climb. The NFC East has gotten a little bit better, and I won't say minus the Eagles because I still don't know what the hell they are yet. But with that defense, with the Washington team, and that offense with the Cowboys, I mean, you got to respect that. So, and defensively, I think the Cowboys might be a little bit better than what I thought. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame game this past weekend.
I had to.
I didn't watch it, but seeing some of the clips and the highlights, they look pretty good. I mean, but then again, it's only preseason. A lot of these teams are playing very vanilla right now. They're not putting it in their whole arsenal of what they're gonna do during the season. So, everything else is to be seen. But I still think the Giants can still win the division. I still think they can get a good playoff spot. Maybe a double-digit win season. Well, you gotta get double digits in NFC East anyway.
Okay.
The way I feel, it has to be at least 11 plus. You gotta hit at least 11 games. I don't think anybody can win a division with 10 games this year in our division. So,
okay.
But other than that, everything's looking pretty good in Giant Land. Ain't no drama. I saw a video conference with Sam Beal. I'm surprised he's actually still with the Giants. I thought they was gonna cut him, but I really had high hopes for this guy when he was I think he was in the supplemental draft, a supplemental draft pick.
That's the cornerback, right?
Cornerback, yeah.
Yeah.
And he did have that gun charge and everything like that, but he wasn't with the team last year. He opted out because of COVID, but the Giants decided to still try to give him a shot.
He's talented.
He is talented. The talent is there, but he's always hurt.
Well, I will tell you this, the fact that, you look at it and you'll see the fact that Josh Gordon has had about 4 trillion chances, and that's because the boy is talented. I think what a lot of people fail to realize about Josh Gordon, this is a man who led the league in receiving yards in 13 games. You understand that?
Yeah, that's a fact.
13 games. The man missed, 3 games, still led the league in passing yards. That
insane.
Showed how much potential he had. He just, he got a monkey he can't kick.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully you can get him in there. Your defense is stacked and scary.
Yeah.
Very stacked and scary. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it or play around. That freaking defense is no joke. No joke at all.
They're going to be flying around all over the field this year. Oh my goodness.
You got great defensive line. You got a great secondary, iffy-ish linebackers, but when the front four getting after the quarterback like that, and the cornerbacks and the safeties are sticking to the tight ends and the wide outs and the slot receivers,
right.
Ain't really nobody you can really throw to. So,
well, if Lorenzo is Lorenzo, I think it's Lorenzo Carter. If he is 100% ready to go,
yeah, talented guy.
He should help that outside backers core because we have him plus O'Shane is Jimenez,
right?
And the rookie, from Georgia. How's his name?
I don't remember.
Damn it, I forget his name.
All right.
We drafted him this year, I think in the 2nd or 3rd round from Georgia.
Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know. I can't get his name.
His name is.
Plus, your team is whack.
It's an African name. Oh, come on.
It's hard to.
But he was actually on the same team with Carter. So you gotta hope that Georgia Bulldog, quality can mesh.
The defensive end.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that fucking kid.
Well, you can put him at outside backer too.
Oh my fucking God! I would be mad as hell if y'all did that. That size, that speed, and that power coming off the edge, right next to Williams. Hell no.
Oh, what?
Yeah, come on. Just like they trying to put Quentin Williams right next to Lawson. And that motherfucker can't be stopped in practice. That's fucking scary.
I watched some of y'all practice, man.
Oh, my gosh.
The defense is flying around. I will say that.
That's just scary.
They're flying around.
It's scary. Truly is scary. All right, so I just want to say a couple of things about the Giants. So with the first game coming up, and we know Barkley will be missing that, I will say the fact that he's looking a little light scares me. This is a running back who is sound. He's a physical back with speed and great hands.
Right.
He's looking like about good, nice little 20 to 30 pounds lighter. Now, I understand with the rehab, there's only but so much you can do. But I see that not being a problem as the season goes on. Him really being able to eat, get that weight back, get comfortable. I think the true test for him would be mental, not physical. This guy was an athletic freak. I don't think that's going anywhere. This is a guy who did a fucking oh my gosh, a squat thrust. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, a squat clean at 405 pounds. It's not fucking good. You got people that can't even fucking deadlift 405 pounds. So the guy has the strength, he has the speed, he's still young, and the way surgeries and everything is going now is way different than back in the days. So a lot of players come back stronger and faster.
Right.
I understand the Giants taking a time with him. I would not let this man carry the ball not one time in preseason. Not one fucking time. We signed Booker for a reason.
Exactly.
He came back to practice. He took some preseason. I mean, some practice snaps and runs, and that's the only time anything he should do. I don't want to chance him in the preseason, especially in that division where it looks like 7 to 8 wins is going to be money. Get
Coach Judge did say that in their practices that they want to do some type of simulation where they're not hitting Saquon, but he said that he trusts that simulation against Martinez, the middle linebacker. So they want to have like a
that was a great fucking sign last year.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, it paid off. He definitely paid off for us.
Woo. Thank you, Green Bay.
But Saquon actually did say that, physically he's ready to play, but mentally he has to feel what it feels like to get hit again.
Oh man, yeah, I would love to be able to get him a couple of carries in preseason, but
Can't do it in preseason.
I would rather, if something's gonna happen, I would rather get in the actual game,
right?
Because again, that division is going through a lot. To me personally, the best team in that division is Washington. They have fucking weapons, and that defense is scary, just like y'all. But you have Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic back there, and I think they'll be able to draft or sign some kind of quarterback. I think if they can, I would say if the quarterback out there in Houston could avoid any kind of jail time or suspension, I wouldn't mind trading for him, and you wouldn't have to give the farm because they don't want him anymore anyway.
Right.
So, but I think with all those weapons they got out there in Washington with that defense, I mean, no disrespect to your team, I think it's stacked. But
it's like what, 4 or 5 number 1 picks?
Yeah, I gotta give that team the number 1 spot, and then everyone's fighting after that. Because again, I'm really not sure. I'm real scared of this whole shoulder situation with Dak. I think they downplaying the shit out of it, but I think it's a lot more serious than they're letting on. And that's not a good sign. I'm sorry. Last time they tried to put the ball in Zeke's hands, he fumbled every time you said the word hike. That's pretty much what he did last year. I understand you want to get him something. I think Giants did some kind of, they did their version of the Jets green and white today. With the offense went against the defense. That happened today. So I guess we'll have to see, reading papers and stories tomorrow, see if he actually had the opportunity to actually get some carries. I also want to say there are 3 players that are definitely not playing this Saturday, and that is Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney, and Kenny Golladay. I also want to note that Kenny Holladay's situation is scary also. You just gave that man $73 million, and the man can't stop getting fucking hurt. He's turning into Kyrie Irving of fucking football. The nigga out every time he steps into the shower or tries to open the car fucking door. Come on, homie. Now, Golladay and Kadarius are dealing with hamstrings, so they didn't practice. And again, it's preseason, so we're not worried about that. It's nothing too serious, but it sounds like it's some tightness. And what happens is, once guys deal with some kind of tightness, first thing you want to do is shut them down. Again, it's all about, real game experience.
Right.
So they won't be playing, I don't think, on Saturday. So maybe hopefully look for it. They could get them because I need to really see Golladay in this offense. I think Jones is not as bad as we all thought he was. And they went out, they spent some money for a tight end, they spent some money for a wide receiver. They went out and they drafted a monster fucking wide receiver in Kadarius. And we got to see something happen. This is a make or break year.
Yeah.
Make or break year.
Huge.
All right, so we're going to move on to the Jets. Obviously, I'm not going to try to catch up on the weeks we did. I'll start with the green and white game that everyone's talking about. Everyone has issues with. Everyone's going in. Zach Wilson didn't have the best of games, but I want people to understand the whole concept of fucking scripted, which is a lot of people don't have an understanding. That means both sides know what they're doing.
Right.
Scripted. It's all about having the players try to beat the other player. You're going to be able to tell in week 1 and week 2, maybe not week 3, because we're not sure how long the Stars are going to play. But definitely against the Green Bay Packers, you'll really be able to see him read a defense, because today was his very best day as a pro. He's a beast in the film room. He's learning his lessons. He's learning from his mistakes, but you also have to understand he is a rookie. Doesn't matter how good he is, and now you're hearing all about the comparisons to Peyton Manning. I'm not going to do that. You also had, they didn't compare, but I also want to bring to everyone's attention the whole situation, what was going on with Josh Allen, who just got, $200 and a gazillion. Shout out to him. That boy is paid now. Yep. But from year 1 to year 3 is a light difference. You got a great coaching staff. You got a great general manager, and they surrounded that boy with some talent. They solidified their defense. Oh, gosh, what is happening on the Jets? They're doing the same fucking thing. So this kid is going to be good. Don't worry about it. They got, they added some offensive pieces to him on the line and in the backfield and on the wide receiver line. So with the next 2 or 3 years, the Jets will be a formidable opponent. But the great thing that's coming out of camp is the defensive end that we drafted, Kyle Lawson, who cannot be fucking stopped by our left tackle phenom, who is a monster himself. Everyone's looking at this kid to be a Pro Bowl for years to come. And they're having their battles back and forth. But it just really goes to show how good Lawson is when he's giving an opportunity to just rush upfield. And that's what the defensive philosophy in the Jets is. It's not rush and read. It's rush. That's it.
Right.
Rush. And he's doing it. And he's looking like he's a phenomenal pick, a great $45 million investment in him. The offense is doing what they're doing. I also want to address the Denzel Mims situation where everyone's saying, oh, we're going to trade him. He's with the second team. Oh, he's with the third team. Shut up. Like, it kills me how these guys out here are Jet fans that have podcasts and just got to talk about something. They got to bring some, like, you're a fucking fan. I wouldn't be putting bullshit out there as a fan. Do you have another one? I'm sorry to take shots, but y'all motherfuckers piss me off. It's literally on his podcast giving people links to get fake-ass jerseys. Come on, homie. Come on, man. You a fan? Buy the fucking shirt. You got thousands of followers. You're asking for subscribers. You're making money off your podcast. Come on, homie. Fake jerseys? Come on. So I'm really looking forward to the game Saturday, and it's not just for the starters. It's I want to see a lot of the other guys. I want to see Huff as a guy who was undrafted last year, made the 53-man roster, and he went from an outside linebacker to a defensive end, which he is, and he is blowing by Moss, the guy we picked up from the Washington football team. And that guy's a solid veteran. So I really want to see the young guys get some experience. And our team is by far the youngest in the NFL, especially in the secondary. So I really want to see these guys play and really get to the point to where we can actually get them some kind of game time on the field against opponents where they actually be able to tackle, really hit, really run, and deal with real game situations. So really have more to talk about next week with the actual game. Again, Zach Wilson had a real good practice today. The kid is a beast when it comes to the film room. He's a junkie. And Takao, the guy from, I forgot what's the name of his show. Shut the fuck up. You want to compare him to Johnny Manziel, the cockiness, the money. You're looking at two different players, homie. I understand what you're saying. Johnny Manziel wasn't a film room junkie. He did not want to be better. He just wanted to talk shit and go out there and play.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know. So, but again, you have these guys out here, they have to talk. Oh, let's trade this one. Oh, let's sign this one. The fact that you have to do that just because you're trying to come up with content, again, I am a fan's fan. I am a fan, period. That's just me. I'm not out here for, views and all this other shit. I never asked you to subscribe. I never will. It's just not going to happen. You like it, follow, that's on you. Knock yourself out. Mm-hmm. So, again, we're looking for some game time situations. Got my seats already for me for that game. I'll try to record as much of it as I can. I'll bring all of my phones and try to get as much footage as I can, and I'll try to upload it and play it, and I don't care if it gets flagged or not. Again, not really care. I mean, play a couple of seconds of it or whatever situation may be. But again, I really want to, it gives me a great opportunity to see what the Giants front four is looking like, the secondary is looking like. Gives me a chance to look at the Jets defense, which I think is so underrated, and they will be very fucking scary this year. That front seven is looking really, really scary. Yes, again, in the secondary, two corners, a real young, the slot receiver, Guidry, who I think is going to really take that, is a second-year player, so we're really young there. But again, giving these guys an opportunity to play. We got a couple of veterans out there, cornerbacks, and this is what teams do. You need to see what your young guys can and can't do. And a push come to shove, it comes to the time to the season to start, do you actually sign someone?
Right, yeah.
Which is pretty much how it goes.
Yep.
So again, that's it for me and the Jets. Again, there really wasn't much to go into. I really want to wait and see how this game unfolds. Saturday, also, we got a couple of preseason games coming through tomorrow. In the NFL. Again, if you have an NFL network, we have Washington playing at the Patriots at 7:30. We have the Steelers playing their second game. So, again, you're going to see some starters. go some distance. Really trying to see how Nazir Harris is going to do in that offense. The guy is a freak. He is another, I guess I'd say he's another Henry with hands. I wouldn't really throw the ball to Henry a lot. Twos and fews, but Harris is a monster out in the backfield. And he's a big back. He's like 6'2". He can run. He has power. He has speed. And he can catch out the backfield. So it'll be real good to see. As far as the Patriots, you get an opportunity to see Matt Jones, who's been made fun of by Cam, body shaming the poor boy. But we all know Cam's going to get hurt getting out of the cab like he always does. Sorry, y'all. Allergies. But if you aren't doing anything, both of those games are at 7:30. Again, if I am you, I am watching the Steelers and Eagles game because, again, that is the Steelers' second game. So, again, the starters will be actually playing a lot further. Now, you're not going to see Ben in the preseason at all. I think they want to give, Haskins? I think they signed Haskins or something. You need to see what you got with the lesser guys because, again, you're not really sure what's going to happen with Roethlisberger next year. So you want to get the young guys as many reps as you could possibly get. But, again, if you are a Patriots fan or watching it, hey, knock yourself, watch that out. Friday, we have 3 games. At 7 p.m., you have the Falcons hosting the Titans. You have the Lions hosting the Bills. And you have the Carolina hosting Cowboys. Again, second game, starters are going to play a little longer. You might see Zeke. You need to see Zeke. I need to see if he's going to fumble the fucking ball. A lot of other people who are good with fantasy football need to see if this motherfucker going to be a fumble liar. And Saturday, again, you have Jets, Giants, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Broncos. The Jets and Giants are at 7:30. 1 p.m. for you guys who are not doing anything in the afternoon. You have the Bears and Dolphins. 4 p.m. Vikings and Broncos. And 7 p.m. for you guys who are fans of that quarterback they just drafted. Number 1, they're playing the Browns at 7 p.m. Saints, Ravens at 7. Broncos, Buccaneers and Bengals. I don't know if they're going to play Burrow. I need to give him as much reps as possible. Sure. I even need to want to get him hit a little bit. He's coming back from that knee. You want to get that confidence going. Packers and Texans, which no one's going to watch because no quarterback's going to be playing. But I really might want to watch because I want to see what Love can do. You have the 49ers and the Chiefs. I'm going to watch that one. That's at 8:30. Packers, Texans at 8. I want to see what Lance can do. The guy is a monster beast. In fact, he opted out. Leaves a lot of people wondering what he can and can't do, but he will be the 49ers starting quarterback next year. It's definitely going down. Do you have the Raiders playing against the Seahawks at 9 p.m. for you late guys? And the late game at 10 p.m. is the Rams at the Chargers hosting the Rams. And on Sunday, you have the last game, 1 p.m. You have the Colts with no quarterback. That's fucked up what's going over there. That's going to affect a lot of drafts. And the Panthers. So as far as the NFL news, what's going on here, what I really want to talk about is what's going on in Seattle. Okay. They released Aldon Smith, dumbass, had off the field problems. This is a person who was already dealt with substance abuse and all kinds of other shit. Right. But the the elephant in the room is the situation was going over there with Josh Adams. With Jamal Adams. Boy, Joe Douglas is looking like a fucking genius now, ain't he?
Yep, sure is.
He got rid of that fucking headache. All right. Man, yes, broke the NFL record for sacks for a DB with 9.5. Only played 13 games, but came in almost dead last when it came to actual coverage. Now, remember, he is a safety, not a lineman. A linebacker. But again, this guy is super talented. He does change a defense. He can't change a game. It's just how it is. He wants to be paid $20 million, around the $20 million range. The highest paid safety is being paid about 15. The agent for Adams Seattle Seahawks did offer a contract to Adams, which he hasn't signed yet. So he is at practice, because what the league did now is they made sure that if a player was fined, he actually had to pay it, other than the team forgiving it. Now with the new bargaining agreement, he literally has to pay the money that he would be fined for not showing up for camp. But he is not practicing because he is holding out, or what a writer called holding in, where he's showing up and showing up to class, but he is not participating on the field. Now they picked up his 5th-year option, which would pay him about $10 million this year. The man wants to be paid $20. Is it going to happen? Fuck no. Not for a safety that can't cover and can only rush the passer and hit. If we're talking about Ed Reed or Palomala, pay them whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Him, no. So, unfortunately, you're going to be dealing with this kind of chaos throughout the whole season. I don't think you'll see anything happen last minute. And it's gotten so bad to where your starting quarterback comes to you and say, I am willing to restructure my contract for you to make this contract happen. And then there's another hold on I'm going to get into a second. So when your starting quarterback, who's already underpaid, and say, restructure mine so you can make a couple of dollars and make this happen so we don't have to deal with this shit during camp. Now you got your left tackle who's 36 years old, signed a real good contract, but wants to get paid more. Bro, you 36, homie. And I know linemen can pay a lot longer as they go into their careers, but you're already getting paid very well. It's not like they're paying you pennies. So you're going to hold out at the age of 36 because you want more money. Good luck with that, homie. They've been sending Rustin Wilson out there with the lackluster offensive line for years. They'll do it again.
That's a damn shame.
Just put it out there. I understand you want more money. You're 36. If you didn't take care of your money, that's your fucking problem. You get drafted around 20, 22, so you've been in the league about 14, 15 years. If you ain't taking care of your money, you got too many people on your entourage, that's your fucking problem. Sorry.
Beast Mode talk, see, now when Beast Mode talks, people need to listen, man. You gotta take care of your chicken, man.
Come on, man. Or you got the quarterback out there with the Bills, who at the time was the highest paid corner, phenomenal corner, not taking it from him,
right.
But now he's the third highest, and one of the highest, there's a guy on his team that's getting paid more than him. He doesn't want to play. He wants more money. So you already signed. You want them to keep. All right, so what if you play like shit? Can they take money back? You're going to say, no. Play your contract out.
Damn shame, man. These guys are greedy, man.
Play it out, man. You already signed at that time it was. So they paid you at the time at the player you were. Now, yes, you've lived up to your contract. That's what you're supposed to do.
Say it again. Yeah.
So again, you got your games that's coming up, everything that's happening. Look forward to it. Again, we're going to have a great conversation next week after the real simulation, because again, these two teams don't like each other, and I wouldn't be shocked if the starters play into their first quarter. So we'll see what happens. Last words, G?
Just want to give a quick shout out to Drew Pearson, Tom Flores, Peyton Manning, John Lynch, Calvin Johnson, Alan Faneca, and Charles Woodson for being part of the 2021
Hall of
Fame inductees.
Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Long overdue. Congratulations. You guys got that jacket. I think you get a check every year for being in there or some type of stuff. I don't know how that works, but that is the holy grail when it comes to your sport.
Yep.
Whether you won a championship ring or not, and obviously some of them in there have, you've made it. You are considered one of the greatest to ever done it at your position. And that's a wonderful thing. So my hat goes off to you.
I still really feel like they need to do Peyton Manning's bust over. They missed some of his forehead.
That was fucked up, yo. Oh, that was fucked up.
Horrible.
Oh, man, they went on him. But again, thank y'all for tuning in. Watch the live. You'll watch it later. Thank you for tuning in. But you won't want to miss next week's. And then, especially like next year when they actually play in the regular season.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.